Okay, stop. C2 first year, I'm really grateful to be with you because you all are scholars. I am your teacher, Abdullah, that is shortly called ABM. ABM is before you. I say you good evening. So today our topic is a sonnet. A sonnet that is written by a great poet. The name of that great poet is William Wordsworth. Sonnet. First we have to discuss what the sonnet is briefly, and that sonnet comes in romantic poetry. Something about romantic poetry also. So what the sonnet is a subjective poem. A subjective poem is that poem in which one's own feelings are expressed. Every observer has one's own feelings. So, in objectivity, there is no such feeling. Historical poems can be objective ones, they can be classical ones. Classical poetry is just opposite to romantic poetry. Romantic poetry is all about love, beauty, and it's all about the common subjects. It's all about, lands, it's all about villages, it's all about patriotism. Common subjects are there in romantic poetry, while in classical poetry, it's all about great men, the kings, the queens, kings and queens, and also the religious subject. They come in classical poetry. Classical poetry is bombastic one. It is difficult one. Difficult words are mentioned in that, and there are no easy words in classical poetry. Moreover, there is a meter. By meter we mean there is fixed pattern of that poetry, but this poetry is, free poetry. You can sing that out. So you are free to discuss any subject. Okay, we are talking about, we are not going in deeper between the difference of classical and romantic poetry. So we are talking about this. The romantic period started from 1798. That was a joint venture, a book written by S.T. Coleridge and William Wordsworth. The name of book is, Preface to Lyrical Ballads. Lyrical ballads. Ballad is a song. Ballad is a song. Lyrical means musical. Lyric is somewhat an instrument that is sung like this. It is used in singing. Okay? It can do like this. So, we are talking about the romantic poetry. They're all about beauty, flowers, small children, obedient ones, about you, about me, about all. So, let's go ahead. There can be, he is called poet of nature, because his subjects are natural ones. They include, subjects like Lucy Gray, common, girl, similarly daffodils. These are flowers, they are beautiful. Not only people are beautiful, the things can be beautiful, flowers can be beautiful. That is called as aesthetic sense. Whenever you are natural, you are beautiful. Whenever you happen to be artificial, there happens to be pressure on you, there happens to be pollution, smoke, it corrupts the society. So, what we want to say is, be natural, you happen to be beautiful. Because God has made each and everything beautiful. Nature. Those who do not accept God, they accept nature. What the nature is made, daffodils upon Westminster Bridge, that is also over there. I want to tell you a little bit about William Wordsworth and Coleridge. These are called as lake poets because they were born in Lake District. Dorothy was also there. She was sister of, the other one, William Wordsworth. She was also. These are first generation of romantic poets. Then there came Keats and Shelley. Keats said, truth, beauty, beauty, truth. He also said, a thing of beauty is joy forever. Once you see a beautiful flower, your whole day spent with enjoyment. It may be man, person, human being, girl, boy, anything can be beautiful. Once you see that, you spend all the day with aesthetic sense, with enjoyment, with merrymaking. The mood happens to be good. You are in high spirits. This happens with me, but it may or may not happen with you because you are a different type of person. He is also saying such thing. But if a person is not moved by beauty, he is a callous person. He is a stone-hearted person. There might be stone in place of his heart. It's not necessary that there is heart in his heart, but there might be stone. He is callous, he is stone-hearted, who is not moved by, who is not attracted by the beauty of flowers, the scenery, the beautiful persons that is said to be aesthetic sense of beautiful things, beauty of nature. And it is also clear in theory of literature that art for the sake of art, of which there were followers, Keats, Shelley, Tennyson and Browning, and so also there were Oscar Wilde. He was great follower and appreciator of love, therefore it is called as person who followed the theory of art for the art's sake, and so also the Keats and Oscar Wilde. We are coming about the sonnet. What the sonnet is, I told you, poetry is of two types. What is classical means old one. That is for, because of, that is on religious subjects or on kings, queens. But the romantic one is about you, about me, about my brother, about my father, about Casablanca, about my country. That's all about romantic poetry. It's about common people. We are all common people. If you're talking about kings, queens, they're not here. If you're only talking about prophets, where should we go? We are also human beings. We have also feelings. Our heart can also be broken. Yes. There can be something with us. Why don't you like to write upon us? Are we not living things? We are living things. Is our heart not making that it is doing? But if it is doing, then why should not we write? I can write, you can write, anyone can write about these subjects because they are related to common people and they are natural ones. So romantic poetry is classical poetry, mostly the objective. It's all about history. History is written as it is. Simply, there's no attention in it. Difficult words are there. People are not interested in that. You might be following, but the romantic poetry, oh, what a flow of words. Oh, what a music. Oh, what a charm. Musical poetry is that one which can be sung also. Which can be sung also. Can hardly be understood by any person. So we are talking about subjective poetry. One of the subjective poetry is that poem of 14 lines. Poem of 14 lines is called sonnet, and sonnet is a type of romantic poetry. It is setting. First there are 8 lines, then there are 6 lines. The first 8 lines of that poem called as sestate, okay? Octave sestate. There are 2 types of sonnets. One that is Italian, they are of Italian origin. They are called as Petrarchan sonnets. Another that of Shakespearean origin, initiated by Shakespeare and the persons afterwards. They are called as Shakespearean sonnets. the Petrarchan sonnets and Shakespearean sonnets. So this was all about introduction of romantic poetry and sonnets. And now most of the sonnets are written by William Shakespeare also, but here is a sonnet written by William Wordsworth. WWW. William Wordsworth. What William Wordsworth is saying? The subject is, he is present in London City. London City is heart of England. It is itself beautiful. But River Thames, on River Thames there is a bridge. That bridge is also beautiful. Now he's going to describe that scene. He went on morning walk. Once you go on morning walk, you go there. You must have to make morning walk. If you do not make, okay, he does brisk walk. In the morning, people used to walk. Okay, listen. He goes on morning walk after, rising from bed. Please. He says, earth is nothing. Earth is not anything to show more fair. If you want to say beautiful things, fair means beautiful things on earth, there will not be anything more beautiful than this scenery, this scene. Oh, what a beautiful scene. I am standing on bridge and all the things are visible. What a scene. The river is visible. Oh, the tower is there. Oh, the cinema hall or the dome is there. That of church, tower, planet, cinema halls, they are looking visible. But he's saying it's a beautiful scene. Down would be the soul who could pass by. That person will be stone-hearted, careless, hard-hearted, who is not touched by this beauty, who does not stay here, does not see the beauty from this ovation, highest platform. That was highest platform. That bridge is upper one, therefore it's a platform. From the platform you can see bigger things, okay? So that will be stone-hearted. A sight so touching in its majesty, the scene which I see, that is bewitching. That is the beloved one, touching one. It's liked by my heart. It's magnificent, majesty, splendid one. The city now doth like a garment wear. It looks that there is a decoration piece. There is a decorated cloth that is covering the whole city, London. It looks like some ornaments are there, some jewelry is there, where they spread it because they're shining. There are good, trees, the other things. They seem to be, very beautiful. The beauty of morning there. The beauty of morning silent there. I say to you, things when they are in their natural form, they look to be very beautiful. But if we, change them, they happen to be deformed. Because of industries, things happen to be smoky ones. There is smoke all around. But when there is no smoke, oh, the natural scene is there. Oh, what a sight of sun. Oh, what a dew and this silence. Whenever if you go and picturize film, catch pictures of any scene, they happen to be good when it is calm all around. So it is majesty. Okay, ships, towers, domes, theaters. Though some people might be sleeping, some might have gone left for work, but it seems that there is no pollution that you call as sound pollution, or air pollution, or noise pollution, whatsoever. Different types of pollution. So it is a different scene of morning. So that's why you have to see that. Okay, open unto the fields, edge to the skies. Those scenes, that scenery, can be seen from the upper side, and also can be seen from the downside, from the earth. If you're on earth on a platform, you can see. Oh, what a beautiful. You want to get there to get occasional photos because they all are beautiful. Okay? So, all bright and glittering in the smokeless air. All these things, whatever I mentioned, they seem to be very beautiful. I told you, when things are in natural form, they look beautiful. But if you change them, they do not happen to be beautiful. If you plant trees, they will become beautiful. If the industries must be outside from the cities, and the vehicles may not have that silencer whatsoever that's creating smoke, the fuels must be smoke-free. A very good fuels must be there, so that smokeless air. Never did sun more beautifully steep. Poet says that I have never seen the scene of rising of sun. Sun is rising, slowly and slowly. But that scene is very beautiful at the time also. That scene is very beautiful also. That of rising of sun. Because these were there for a longer period, considerable period in morning. The sun is rising beautifully. Okay, see there. And in his splendor valley, rock or hill. Once it is rising, in front of that, there are hills, rocks and the other things. They are also over there. Okay? All the things are there. So, what you have to do, never sigh, never felt. Calm but flowing with happiness. Its waves are going in full swing. It is in full zenith. It is in full swing. The river goes with happiness. Dear God, the very homes are asleep. Oh my God, oh the supreme creator of this creature, creator of this beautiful nature. I see all the things are sleeping. They are in slumbering sleep. They are adding to beauty. And all that mighty heart is lying still. Okay, the England is heart of what? Whole UK. Similarly, in England there is London. London is beautiful. It says heart of England. Then within England there is Westminster Bridge on the River Thames. That is very beautiful. So it is all about a romantic poem of William Wordsworth. That was a sonnet all about beauty and beauty of nature. I love beauty, I love beauty, I love beauty.